Everything works. Hi, welcome in. Welcome back to my next stream. I am Chaos to the power of 10 and we will play Start Again. Hi, Squishy. Why are you panicking already? Yeah, Start Again is a visual novel. And I guess it said horror, but I don't know if it is really horror. I will not norm all of them. Oh. Spicy. I think it is more like psychological horror and not jump scare horror, so we will be fine. I will just have to read a lot, I guess, and I will butcher some English words. The best horror you could get today. I want to see that. What is that? Silly fire? Oh, is it the fox demon? With fire behind? I guess. Also, Hitoshi, thank you for the follow in the last 24 hours. Yeah, butchered English. Denglish, yay! Let's begin that part of the horror. Ah, fox. It was quiet. It is quiet. Silent, noiseless, but not quite tranquil. Tranquil, I believe, is something like a peaceful quiet, right? It was a kind of quiet that became something more. A silence that pierced through the building, tearing it away from reality and pulling it into its own dimension. Okay. A quiet that was both terrifying and calming, all at once. Silence filled the void where humans used to exist. No, all that was left was the ghost of those long gone. Also, Squishy boy, how was your weekend? I forget to ask. Also, I also forget to do this. Somebody really need to remember me. Remind me. Guys, check out Squishy Slime. He is also a streamer. A cute little squish. This one we had. They are not necessary, but I will do them anyway if I remember them. But for those lost to humanity, regardless, this would be the new heaven. Haven? Heaven or haven? Sebastian opened his eyes, surrounded by that silence. We are Sebastian, I guess? Ooh, we are the anime man. The butler? Or not, I guess. But we can pretend. My weekend is going. Been slow. Got me some new plants. Is that plants like in the green stuff? Or like the plan in what you want to do? I'm guessing the first one. Because you changed homes and now you get to be a plant daddy. Right? Greenhouse plants, okay. Where his hands found his temples and he massaged gently, trying to ease the pain that had begun to take over his mind. When that didn't work, he first turned to the room he had found himself in. The room was dark. Whether that was because it was night or because of the windows had all been covered, Sebastian didn't know. Plant teddy bear. Well, if a woman buys herself plants, then she is a plant mummy. So, shouldn't it also exist as a plant daddy? I never heard it before, but I guess it should. His eyes scanned everything with growing suspicion. I was at home? How did I get here? Oh, we changed to Seth instead of... Huh? Oh, wait, what? Is anyone else here? Hello? Wait, why did it change to Seth in between? There was a second name. Nothing stirred in the darkness. All was still. I need me a plant mommy. He jumped to his feet and cautiously took a step forward. The floorboards, damaged from what looked like years of battling against the weather, creaked underneath his careful footsteps. Sebastian? Hello? Anyone? No one answered. If there's any ghost here, I promise I'm not an exorcist. Why would you assume there are ghosts? I'm not even sure how I got here, but I don't mean you any harm. I'm just going to leave now, okay? Sebastian walked towards what looked to be the entrance to the house. The door was large and imposing, made of faded wood with deep engravings. Thick scratches ran down the wood. Oh, that doesn't sound good, like something scratched on it. Sebastian took the door handle in his hand and attempted to turn it, but was met with a loud click instead. Here it is Seth again. Is Seth a short version of Sebastian? There is no V in it. But I also know that Bill can be a short form for William. So... locked. Eep. Oh god. Miss Ghost Lady, I'm really sorry and I didn't mean to encroach on your territory and I really want to leave, like really. So please, would you let me out? I will never come back and I will make sure no one ever disturbs you. Seth might be another character. Either that or because now he's talking and when it is without quotes, then he thinks. But that's not a normal thing in like fan fiction writing or games like these. I'm going to die, 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 I'm going to die. I promise I don't taste good. Look, I'm way too skinny and I have no meat on my bones. But maybe you don't eat humans? Maybe it was the OG names and they changed it to Sebastian and they forgot to change it? Or they thought, okay, we can name him both. You want to take over my body? Is that it? I'm sorry, but I really need it. Maybe we can share if you let me go. I mean, sharing seems nice enough. Sebastian stumbles backwards, even eyeing flicking all over the room until the back of his legs hit a small packing box. It was taped shut. Mayhaps? I don't know, I'm just a stupid slime. You're not stupid, Squishy. Do not say that. Or write it. Oh, there's something in there. Sebastian crouched down and put his ear to the box. It was moving from side to side slightly, and a muffled sound came from within. Is it a cat? Don't tell me somebody put a cat into the box. Help me. Huh? Pretty dumb knees. No. Come on, Sebastian, you have watched a horror movie or two. Is a ghost more likely to curse me if I open the box or if I leave her in there? It's not a ghost. It cannot be a ghost, I guess. A ghost would just go through the paper. Hi, Carol. Hello. Welcome in. Well, how was your weekend? I hope it was quiet. Okay. I'm opening it. Here goes nothing. With one swift movement, he ripped the duct tape from the top of the box and pulled open the flaps. Inside was a little girl with hair almost as pale as the moon, sitting there, huddled into a ball, with tears in the corners of her eyes. She did seem to be a ghost. What? Oh, look at her. Cutest ghost. Long neck, but cute. What is going on over here? Who scratched your neck? It's been good. I've been crocheting a blanket or cleaning to prep for all coming to visit in 2 weeks. You will have to clean in between again, I'm quite sure. But the crocheting I saw at Old's Discord, I tried to do these. Do you know the blankets where you have multiple of these smaller squares and then put them together to make one big blanket? I tried that, and I don't have the patience for it. You got any plans for the queen other than abducting? She a cutie. Mine now. Hogness has all of that planned out. What is quilting? And maybe you shouldn't talk about your plans in my chat, unless she is supposed to know it. I don't know if she watched everything. I don't think so, but still, the possibility is there. Are you okay? No. Oh, she cries. Where am I? I don't know. I don't know. I just woke up over here. Oh? Come on, let's get you out of this box, okay? Quilting the squares into a blanket. Oh, okay. I thought it is also a grandma blanket. No. Sebastian held out his hand and silently prayed she wasn't a ghost. When her hand met his, instant relief washed over him. Okay, not a ghost. See, here he thinks and not speaks, so now he is Seth. He is thinking about himself as Seth. Strangely. I thought you were a ghost. Wait, you are not, are you? The little girl shook her head, her long hair flowing from side to side. Okay, that's good. Well, my name is Sebastian. What about you? It might be, but I know my mama quilts and its fabric squares into a full blanket. I need to Google quilt. I should write it down, otherwise I will forget about it. I should maybe start again with it. There we go. My name is Nini. Why are you still crying? Okay, it's nice to meet you, Nini. I'm not sure how we got here, but it's about time we left. Don't you think? Nini nodded her head, using her sleeves to wipe the tears out of the corners of her eyes at the same time. Let's take a look around the room, alright? Maybe there's other people here? Or if there's not, why is it just the two of us? Sebastian couldn't help but cringe with each step the two took around the room. The creaks and groans echoed through the house. I posted pics and art on Owl's server @Squishy. If anyone or anything was nearby, they would have been hurt easily by now. Sheets laid across much of the furniture and dust laid across the sheets. Whoever had once lived here had left quite some time ago. Mr. Sebastian? Mister? Yeah? I think there's someone over there. Nini pointed into a dark corner of the room. Dated pieces of furniture concealed whatever was hidden over there. How do you know? I thought I heard someone say something. Okay, well, I would love to look, but now I'm suddenly think about the ghost thing again. Baby Square grows up so fast. Oh. There's no ghost here, silly. Ghosts aren't real. Whoa there, little lady. What do you mean? Of course ghosts are real. Really? Yes, it was the summer of '64 when I met my first ghost. Flashback. You are not that old. Nope. Okay, I may have never met a ghost, but I'm certain this is a haunted house. How can you know? It has all the telltale signs. 1. Strange noises. That was me, though. 2. All the doors are locked. Couldn't someone else have locked them? 3. It's way too cold in here. Isn't it in the middle of winter? And lastly, I feel like someone's watching me. Again, I think that's probably me. This child is smarter than him. That's how I know this is a haunted house. Okay, I will go check over there myself. Don't worry, I will protect you from back here. Sebastian gave Nini a thumbs up and reassuring smile. She nodded back enthusiastically, as if she truly believed that he had her back. If you're really a ghost, I want to help you. You got this, Nini. She crept closer and closer. There's someone there. Sebastian crept closer, looking over Nini's shoulder. Indeed, there seemed to be the shadow of someone lying in the corner of the room, mostly hidden. A chair made of rotten wood sat in the way. Sebastian tried to pick it up and move it, but the legs instantly snapped off. He picked it up. Now I have a poking stick. Won't he be upset if we poke him? Nah, I'm sure he doesn't mind being poked. Hey! Hey! Well, in good news, he's not dead. Yay! Well, a man with white and black hair sat up rapidly, then scooted in the opposite direction of the little girl and the man with the chair leg. Somehow I imagined a big, beefy man. Sebastian, don't worry, we are not here to hurt you. Oh, except her. Who knows what she will do? She's a little girl. I will not say that out loud, Squishy, because we are talking about little girls and my brain is mad. Ugh. Yeah. Hey, I'm not going to hurt anyone. Where am I? Well, that I don't know, but I can tell you where we aren't. She dead, and a ghost. Okay. She's not dead though, and not a ghost. Not yet. I don't think this is a circus or hospital or the aquarium. I'm pretty sure it isn't my house, but not certain on that one. It doesn't look like a school or a... Okay, just shut up. Yes, sir. Why are you saying sir to him, and why is his neck also so long? Are you sisters? Brothers? Siblings? Keyword yet. Yes, yet. Because I have the feeling they all will die at some point. Hey, what's your name? How do I say that? Mikhail? I'm Nini. Alright, Sebastian, Nini, what are we doing here? I don't know, I just woke up a little while ago and got her out of a box. A box? Yeah, like a packing box. Duct tape shut. Do you know who put you in there? Nini shook her head. I don't remember anything. So, let me get this straight. None of us remember how we got here, and now we are in some kind of haunted house. That's what Mr. Sebastian said anyway. Fine, a haunted house. Why do I feel like I told you where we are in a haunted house? You would have told me to shut up. If I told you, okay. Because I would have. Mikhail stood from the ground and brushed himself off. What is this outfit? It means stylish, but still. Where were you? I mean... Good, I don't know where this game is playing. I guess if you are in a big city, or in Japan in a big city, you could maybe wear that, and it would be like, oh yeah, well, another one. In my area, something like this would work better. Okay, Seth, Nini, we need to get out of here. Seth? Where have you searched? Why do you call me Seth? Excuse me. That was my name, like my name I think about myself. Why are you calling me Seth? We get all sorts here, so maybe it's us? Should we trust him if he knows our short name? I don't know. What? I said, where have you... No, I mean, what did you call me? Oh, okay, it is part of the game. US, not us. Oh. Seth? Isn't that your name? Well, people usually call me Seth, but I don't remember mentioning that to you. His eyes are also red, and red is like red eyes. Sounds like demon. Well, she has also the red eyes. Do we know each other? You wouldn't forget me if we would met before. Look at this handsome mug. Okay, this one is squishy. Yeah, we don't know each other. I wouldn't forget someone with such a big head. That is everybody else in chat. Hey, Mika. Mikhail, you seem like a Mika to me. I'm not handsome, but it is something you would have said. His face turned pink. Call me Mikhail, or will use that big head of yours to open the door. Seth put his hands up in fake surrender. Fine, fine. Very true, yeah. We tried the door, but it wouldn't budge. I don't think even my head would change that, Mikhail. Attention, phantoms. What? Who's that? The timer has now begun. I hate timer. You have 2 hours to escape before the house is decimated. Good luck. Oh god, this is a... How is it called again? The movie where they are trapped and have to do stuff to get out? Yay, hold that. Yeah. Not yet. A time appeared from somewhere unseen, projected onto the wall. In front of their eyes, it changed from 2 hours to 1 hour 59 minutes remaining. What the hell? Who said that? Wasn't me. No shit, Sherlock. It sounded like it came from a speaker. Is someone watching us? They were called phantoms. Phantoms not alive. Where's the difference between a phantom and a ghost? I need to Google it later. Phantom and ghost. Okay. Do you think it's some kind of pervert? No, I think it's someone that wants to see all three of us dead. Phantoms can interact with human world, I think. I'm not... Because when I think about phantoms, I think of the Phantom of the Opera, and he was just a really weird man. That people didn't know if it is real or not. That seems worse. What's going on? Let me look up. Please do. And tell us. Her large eyes blinked over and over again, as if she was trying to stop herself from crying. Seth kneeled down to be eye level with her. It's okay, someone put us in here, but we are going to get out again. You just have to be brave. Okay. I need you guys to think. I'm always thinking. Properly, Sebastian, what's the last thing you remember? Nini spoke up first. I was just at home. That's the last thing that I remember. Seth? I think I was in a train? No, a factory. Or was it a church? What? These are really different places. Can you be serious for just 5 minutes, please? Phantom is a more general term that could be a ghost or any other apparition? Interesting. So if you don't know what you are dealing with, you would call it a phantom. Oh, thank you, Squishy. I am being serious. It's like my memories are all fuzzy. Did you hit your head or something? I don't think so. Well, I can't really remember whether I did or not, so maybe I did. Forget it. Then what about you? I was with someone somewhere? That's very informative, thank you. Like, your recount was any better. Touché. This is going nowhere. Come on, we need to search the rest of the house. Time's already ticking. Following your lead. Oh! This is how it looks when somebody has a heart attack normally. In a film or something. Someone else. Wait. Mikhail had already moved to leave through what looked like a dark, long corridor. He paused, a look of mild annoyance on his face. What? Please don't say something stupid and waste our time. No, it's just... Aren't we missing someone? Missing someone? Oh, Mira. Wait. Tastes green. Thank you. Welcome in. Hi. I hope you had a good weekend. huh? Like, shouldn't there be 4 of us? Why? What do you know? I will not eat that. That's too cute to be eaten. Nothing. I don't know anything. It's just a feeling, I guess. We already searched the room. There's no one else. No, we are definitely meant to have 4 people. Sebastian, you are starting to get on my nerves. You know what this looks like to me? Someone purposely stalling us. And what if I am? Then I would be led to believe you were also the one who brought us here. Mikhail's body stiffened up. Well, luckily I'm not. I'm serious. I feel like we are missing someone important. Fine, then what's their name? I don't know. Oh, welcome to Start Again. Oh. Get locked out? Was an achievement. Start Again's story is experienced across 4 roads. Using the game flowchart menu, you can jump between the roads at any time. From time to time, you will encounter logs in the story that requires you to have information from other roads. You can return to the flowchart by pressing the flowchart button beneath the text box. Note, you cannot save and load between roads to progress in the game. Your data will not carry over. Instead, please make use of the flowchart to change routes. As you progress, more sections of the flowchart will become available to you. Good luck and enjoy Start Again. What? So there are multiple storylines, I guess? Multiple different stories that are going on, and we need to switch between them to get knowledge, to then finish the other stories. I believe. Okay. That's a lot. We will not do this all in like just today. Lol, so you start each story from the start for each time you switch. Okay, that is storyline 1. It's straightforward. Then here's storyline 2, and there are 2 endings, I guess, because what I'm guessing is that, like, we cannot really do anything here because there's a log, right? So we start, like, over here, and then we go this way, and then here's an end. Like, we are dying here. Because we couldn't do anything, because we haven't had the information. But with the information here, we can then do this one. Or similar. I'm guessing. Who is missing? Oh, okay. We don't have the information who is missing, so we cannot progress right now, right? So we need to do any of the other ones to get to know the people. Okay. Interesting. The constant drone of many machines working together to become one. The buzzing, the wiring, the hissing, all mixed together to become an insistent whisper. It whispers secrets to no one in particular, secrets only meant for themselves. Machines, they belong to humans. Tools, they belong to humans. Instruments, they belong to humans. Yet their secrets said otherwise. They mumbled and muttered that someday their world would be reclaimed. Someday the humans would belong to them. Oh, that sounds like AI takes over. Ooh, okay. The steel beam crashing to the ground just inches from where his body laid discarded was enough To force Seth's eyes open, he jumped to his feet, his heart rate racing faster than what would be considered safe. What the? Another came crashing down, a short distance away, the metallic sound loud enough to rattle his bones. His eyes took in his surroundings, a large open space made of cement and metal. The windows were black, but whether that was intentional or Soot had dyed it a color so dark, he didn't know. Back in a bit, gotta get groceries. Have fun shopping. Bye-bye. Broken machinery lay discarded in the dark corners of the room. By all accounts, it seemed to be a forgotten, dated factory of some kind. Factory. He said he was in a factory, but he was confused. How did I get here? Where even is here? A groan came from above, and a shadow passed over the cold cement floor. That's when Seth saw it. A young girl, her eyes tightly shut as her chest rose and fell peacefully. Deep in sleep, she was unaware of the beam directly above her that swayed to and fro. Oh, shit. I guess we are dying because we saved the girl, and we will get crushed, so be prepared for death. He ran before he even had a chance to think. The beam creaked on its last legs. Just as he scooped the little girl into his arms and jumped to safety, it came crashing down to the ground with a boom. Dust flew up from the ground, coating the pair. Jeez, who built this place? I tell you what, it's definitely overdue for a safety inspection. That's not the first thing I would think about when waking up here. And if I had to guess, I would say it's going to fail. I'm not a safety inspector, though. You do not have to be one if you are seeing this. Dad? Dad? I don't think so. Unless someone hasn't told me something. She wriggled from his grip, retreating a distance away and eyeing up her surroundings. Where am I? I don't know. Hey look, I just woke up a second ago as well. You can trust me. That's... If you're a small child in this area and there's a person saying, oh, I don't know, I just woke up, but you can trust me, I wouldn't. Don't believe them. Children do not talk to strangers. I realize it comes off as untrustworthy, but you have got to believe me here. My name's Sebastian. Sebastian? Special people call me Seth, though. Seth. My name, it's... Nini. Ah, yeah. It's a slot machine again. So you don't know how you got here? No? Alright, let's just get out of here for now. We can go to the police station and get them to find your family, and they can come pick you up. No. No, I don't want to see them. Okay, well... You still don't want to be stuck here, right? So then, first step, we will leave, alright? Okay. Savvy, could I hold your hand? She's scared. Seth smiled, trying to put on a face that would calm her. Of course, there's nothing to be scared about here. You mean besides the beams that could fall down any second and squish us? He held out his hand. She quickly took it. It was small, fragile, and trembling. Their first stop was a large door that seemed to face the outdoors, but no matter how much he jiggled the handle, I pushed and pulled. It wouldn't budge. Window it is. Seth picked up a scrap metal pipe that had been tossed to the ground. The weight was heavy in his hand. Stay here for a second, okay? I don't want any glass to get on you. Okay. As if he was aiming for a human home run, Seth swung the pipe a few times, testing the force. Satisfied, he lined himself up with the window. It's time to you to face my steel, window. Prepare yourself. No longer will you hold us hostage. No longer will we be your prisoner. By the power I wield within my hands, you will... are you talking to yourself? Yes. No, of course not. Here we go. With all strength he could muster, the pipe swung through the air before colliding with the window, and subsequently bounced right off of it, causing the man to stumble backwards until he landed square on his ass. Ha! Aha! I will try another window. And so he tried another. And another. Yet none of them would break. He walked back to take Nini's hand again. Okay, looks like the windows are a no-go. I'm sure there's a way out somewhere around here. Even as he said that, another beam fell from the ceiling with a metallic clang that echoed through their heads. It started as a gentle sniff, but soon became a blubber. Tears overflowed out of the corners of Nini's eyes as she watched the world as she knew it fall apart around her. Ah, it's okay. Really, look, we will be fine. And squish. Attention, cogs. Okay. The timer has now begun. You have 2 hours to escape before the factory is decimated. Again? Okay. Good luck. Ha! I guess we will have to do this in all of the runs. What? Decimated? Savvy, what's that? Nini, between tears, pointed towards the wall. On it was a projector number 1 hour, 58 minutes. Wait, 58? Stay calm. Stay calm. The little girl is going to get scared if I get scared. This must be some practical joke. Yeah, it's a joke. Just play along with it. We should... A loud banging 5 times against something metal came from across the room. Behind the shelf. Nini, help me move this. I mean, you don't really have to help. No, I'll help. Nini rubbed her face against her sleeve, leaving it damp with tears, before jogging towards where the banging was coming from. On the count of 3, we will push, got it? She nodded enthusiastically. 1. Seth cracked his knuckles, preparing to show what he was made of. You just used a steel pipe to try to crack in windows, and none of them budged, so not a lot. 2. He took a deep breath and did a little stretch with his arms. The bookshelf slid to the side with no effort whatsoever, thanks to Nini. Savvy, it's on wheels. Cool. Yeah, I just got shown up by a toddler. That's not a toddler anymore. A child, yes, but not a toddler. On the other side of the bookcase was a reinforced metal door. No windows showed that was hiding beyond. Well, that was easy. Who needs 2 hours? But who is doing the banging? Maybe someone's come to rescue us? One of our families? Wait, I just recognized the person banged against the door because they couldn't get out, right? Or to us in. And it sounded like they couldn't move the door because the thing was in front of it. but Nini could move it easily because it was on wheels. So the door shouldn't be closed by whatever was in front of it. Confusing. Oh, it's locked from this side. Well, let's get out of here already. Oh, okay, it's still locked. Okay, that makes more sense. A large metal bolt was the only thing stopping the door from bursting open. Unless the baddies are in there? The baddies? Are you hiding behind a child? Seth shrunk back, kneeling down to stand behind Nini as if she was a shield. You open it. Okay. Her hand trembled as she reached towards the bolt. Okay, maybe making a child do this is a little much. But before Seth could move, she had already pushed the door bolt aside. All was silent for a moment, and then all hell broke loose. The door crashed open with enough force to nearly rip it from its hinges. Whoever was on the other side has obviously decided that their first fist wasn't enough, and the only solution to getting it open was to charge at it. Ha! I like their style. A blur of black and white crashed through the door and into the room. He barely passed Nini, who had quite smartly stepped to the side and directly into Seth. The two went flying, skidding over to the cement floor until they came to a stop next to a pile of abandoned machines. Okay. Alright, asshole, did you think that was funny? You better have a damn good explanation about why you locked us in that cupboard. Us? Multiple, that's good. We need a name. Oh, this guy is pissed. Sorry, I thought you were the janitor? Do I look like a janitor to you? Seth looked at the man who was hanging above him. White and black hair hung from his head to dangle above Seth's face. It seemed like his outfit matched too. Yeah, did you find the broom in there? You! Mika, no! What, another one? I don't remember hiring 2 janitors. We are not janitors, you piece of shit. Where the hell are we and who the hell are you? Oh, I'm Sebastian. You can call me Seth if you want. That's Nini. We don't know where we are. Okay, Sebastian, why are we here? That is a fantastic question. Well, no idea, to be honest. You think I believe that after you locked us in there? Oh yeah, I was actually lying about that, sorry. He didn't say anything further, he just silently raised his fist and swung it downwards. Why does everybody here has red eyes? Besides Seth. I'm also confused because she has red eyes, he has red eyes, he is wearing black and white and she is wearing black and white. They could be siblings. Please, Mika, that's enough. The young woman cocked his fist at the last second before it swung into Seth's grinning face. Fine. Savvy, are you okay? Nini, I told you there were baddies back there. I don't know if I can go on. Don't worry, I will protect you. She puts her arms out, standing in front of Seth. Once again, she seemed to have ended up as a shield. Look at him, cowering behind a child. Don't you have any conscience? What's that? Seth finally got to his feet. His back ached where the two of them had skidded over the ground, wobble and all. Believe it or not, we are actually stuck in here just like you, Mika. My name is Mikhail. Don't call me Mika. I'm sorry, you're just a little cranky right now. I'm not cranky. We were stuck in a tiny room, and when it finally opened, these two were there. You should be more suspicious of them. One of them is a little girl. Why don't we start over? Great idea. You guys get back in the closet and we will push the shelf back over. I'm going to hurt him. The girl stuck her arm out in front of Mikhail, stopping him. My name's Rina? Rina? Rina. This is my brother, Mikhail. Oh, okay. Rina und brother, Mikhail. And Nina. We need to remember Rina, I guess. Well, I already introduced myself, but it's kinda awkward if I don't reply, so... I'm Seth, this is Nini. We just woke up here a short while ago. Nearly got crushed by falling beams, then freed you guys from the closet. Oh, then I got tackled by your brother? He's a little forward, isn't he? I apologize for him. Well, you shouldn't. Tell us what you know. How many times do I have to say I know nothing? I'm not surprised. Just your face alone screams airhead. Well, what about you? I don't remember anything. Neither do I. How about you, Nini? No, nothing. As much as standing in a circle getting to know each other is fun, if I can direct your vision to the timer on the wall over there? He pointed to the time as if he has a flight attendant. 1 hour 40 minutes remained. We are already running out of time, majorly. You don't believe that bullshit, do you? What, that the building will be decimated in 2 hours? Yeah, I kinda do. Then you are an even bigger idiot than I thought. We will just break a window and be done with it. How could I not think of that? Man, you really showed me. Please, be my guest. In fact, here, take this. He bent down to pick up his abandoned rusty metal pole, then handed it to Mikhail. Mikhail snatched it out of his grip, then sauntered up to one of the old, darkened windows with a cocky gait. He wound up his batting arm, as if a mirror into how Seth looked just a few minutes ago himself. Pull it back a little further, they might be tough windows. An old factory like this? Don't be stupid. Yet, despite his words, he still pulled the pipe back just a little further. Seth watched on with a smile. Mikhail swung down hard, the air whistled. And then the pipe bounced right off the window directly back at Mikhail and hit him square in the forehead. Good, now we have one person less. Good idea, Seth. He instantly collapsed to the ground and Seth burst into laughter. Mika! Oh my god, he really did it. Look. Is he okay? Why didn't you tell him we already tried it? Seth shrugged. He was the one who wanted to do it. Better he sees for himself how trapped we are, so he takes it more seriously. Mikhail, are you okay? Asshole. Rina helped Mikhail back to his feet. He swayed back and forth for a moment before finding his footage. Now he has brain damage. Good job. With that sorted, how about we start looking around and actually finding a way out here? Unless, of course, you wanted to go around too with a window. Leave it, Mika. We should hurry. Whatever. We will search over there. Do you two want to start on that side of the room? Okay, Savvy, want to look around together? Of course. Mika over there probably smells anyway. As Mikhail's fist tightened, Sabrina led him away by the arm. He is not very nice. Just a terrible personality all around. Well, it doesn't matter. We are only gonna be stuck with them for a little while. Come on, let's look around a little. They searched through every nook and cranny, carefully of anything further falling from the ceiling, but it seemed to have stopped already. Everything was covered in a layer of rust. Whatever this factory was once used for, it was long in the past. Savvy, what do they make in factories? All kinds of things. Cars, clothes, food, little girls. Little girls? Yeah, maybe you are a maid here. Don't be silly. Little girls don't come from factories. They come out of their mummies' bellies. Like little parasitic aliens bursting out from their chest. No? She shook her head. No? Fine, maybe you are a little too young to have watched that. Hey, you guys, I think we found something, but, well... She looked awkwardly back over her shoulder, where Mikhail was desperately trying to push a large piece of mechanic to the side. He didn't look like he wanted to ask for help. Can you come help? With pleasure. The trio approached Mikhail, who was red in the face and panting. I said I didn't need any help. You haven't even moved it an inch. I have. Step aside. We have got this. Hi, Hogness. Hello, sneaking in for a little at work. Do not make your work upset, please. But welcome in. We? What, you're going to make the kid do all of your dirty work? I'm strong too, I can help. And push! Seth and Nini lined up beside the old machine. It was definitely heavy, but in just a few moments it was pushed aside. There we go. It was all Nini. Hee. She flexed where her muscle would be if she had any. A door. Looks like this is the right way. Huh, what's this? Beside the door were two screens, one awaiting a password and another with 4 colored buttons on it. We need a password to open the door. Suddenly the 4 colored buttons started lighting up, one at a time until it stopped, awaiting input. Are you eating? Have a good meal. This is like one of those kids' memory games. Are you any good at them? There's one way to find out. Don't mess it up for us. I will try my best. Okay. Okay. Memory champagne. I'm not, but somehow this got in and I had to repeat it immediately, otherwise it would have lost. Gonna go get food after work. Get something yummy then. To reward for yourself for good work. As Seth pressed the last button, the screen went dark before lighting up once more with a word. Oh jeez, I'm bad at this. I'm bad at this since, my brain is foggy. Enter. Enter? Is that meant to be the password? That's a dumb password. That's like making your password open sesame. But worse. Well, whatever, I will try it. Oh, wait. Wait, do I have to enter? The door opened with a low metallic groan that seemed to match the rest of the building. Beyond it was pure darkness. We have to go in there? Stay close to me, Rine. Okay. It looks scary. I don't want to go. Seth extended his hand once again to the little girl, who took it eagerly. I will scare away anything that is hiding in the dark. You are hiding behind her, so I doubt it. Okay. The sound of something dripping seemed to come from every direction. Somewhere in the distance, chains were dragged slowly against the cement floor. Seth stuck out his bare hand, but he couldn't even see that in front of his face. Each time an unexplainable sound came from somewhere in the dark, Rine let out a low gasp or whimper. You doing okay? Yeah, you don't think anything is here with us, do you? He believes in ghosts. I don't know. Of course not. There's got to be something we could use for a little light. Oh, if we have to go back here apparently, and then maybe we know more. I don't know. I have the feeling we will die here because it is dark. Maybe we fall down somewhere. Seth felt through his pocket for anything that could help with the encroaching darkness, but came up empty-handed. Anything he had in his pocket before, like his phone, was gone. Wait a second, who took all of my stuff? Rine, Mikhail, do you have anything? The answer to his question was silence. Come on, even if you don't, you could answer me. Oh. They don't answer, that's bad. Okay, time to go inside and change. Be back soon. Bye bye. See you soon. Oh. More silence followed. Guys? And then he noticed it. The tiny little worm that was sitting in his palm was gone. Nini? Shit, where did I must have gotten split up from the others. Wait, but that would also mean that Nini is split up. Nini? Rine? Mikhail? Mika? Nothing. If not even calling him, Mika got a reaction from him. Then he truly wasn't within earshot. It's okay. It's fine. I will just go back the way I came. Every direction seemed to be the same. Darkness, darkness, and more darkness. Suddenly, Seth felt very alone. Ooh. Oh? Ah! He clutched his head, a pain shot through from the base of his skull all the way to his eyes. He pressed his palms against them, trying to calm the throbbing. Where was that? Another pain shot through his skull. Ah! He fell to the ground, his hands still clasped to his eyes. It's not meant to be like this. I made a mistake. Whether he waited for 5 minutes or an hour, he didn't know. Surrounded by a blackness that rivals the night sky, he waited. Waited for someone, anyone to help him. But all that awaited him was the end. As a factory fell down around him, one thought entered his mind. Someone has something that can help. Ooh. Yeah, that's... Okay, so this is the ending we got, because we couldn't go further, since we have something, or we need something. But now we have all 4 characters, so we can do more over here. Interesting. We could also move on without the information. You know, without the... I guess this is the main story. And then these are the side stories, you could say. Interesting. We could first play through some of these and get all the information out of them, and then go over here and try to come as far as possible. Or we look where we end after we... I think this is the way you have to, or you should play it. It was quiet, silent, noiseless, but not quite tranquil. Should we skip this? I mean, it should be the same, right? Unless the point where we got stuck, of course. Yeah, it seems to be the same, so we can skip. Whoa! I hate the skipping. It's always so fast. Oh, how was her name? Rina? How was her name? I guess it was Rina. Rina? Confirm? Nope. Wait, how do I get out of this? Oh wait, can I look it up over here? Oh, I cannot look it up over here. It starts over... Okay, let's go to the main menu again. I should write down... Wait, didn't I... Okay, I did it wrong. But the good thing is we know this one and we can skip through it. Then now the explanation comes and now... Stop the skipping. I hate that the skipping is so fast. Yeah. Seth, Michael. Yeah. Rine, not Rina. Okay, wait, notepad, malpad. Rine. Safe. Interesting. And skip. Oh no. Enter. Good that I can remember this one. Okay. Okay, now we can skip till the end. Can I hate that I cannot stop the skipping. There we go. That is really something they need to change in these kind of games. That if you can skip, you should also stop the skipping at any point. Or it stops when you enter a new text. Yeah. So if somebody new is in chat, we are skipping this because we already have read this. But you have to go through the same text again because you have to start over with new information that you get out of a second, third, and fourth story line. For example, right now, we have the feeling that we are missing somebody, and we do, but we didn't know the name yet. So we played a little bit of the other storyline, and now we know that they are Rina. And we should search for her. Who's missing? Rina. Confirm? Yes. Rina. Rina? Who? That's who we're missing. We need to find her. If we leave her behind, she might... You are suspicious as all hell. Fine, but if we don't find anyone, I'm going to knock you out and drag you out here. You got that? Well, now you are making me doubt myself. Good. Nini, you go look near the door again. I will take the area where I woke up. Seth, you just do whatever you do. You got it, boss. As the other two busy themselves searching their respective sections of the room, Seth wandered back towards the spot he himself had first woken up from. Oil paintings with dark stains sat discarded in the corner of the room. As Seth moved past them, he could have sworn that their eyes followed him. Waiting. Watching. He tore his eyes away from the portraits and resumed his search. Moss that grew between the floorboards cushioned his steps, though nothing would fully mask the creaks that seemed to echo all throughout his body. Nini and Mikhail were like a thing of the past as Seth moved further and further into the shadows. Where are you? Who are you? A drip of liquid landed on the top of his head. It was ice cold. His eyes traveled upwards, but the ceiling was concealed in darkness. Whatever it was, he wouldn't know, and he thought that was probably for the best. As the brunette pushed aside furniture, long broken, he heard it. A gentle whimper. He hasted his action, tossing and throwing everything to the side without any care, which quickly attracted Mikhail's and Nini's attention. A young woman, no older than 20, lay sleeping beneath the pile of debris. The three worked together to pull her out and check her for injuries. Is she hurt? She's okay. She is just sleeping. I'm not sure if this makes you more or less suspicious. A bit of both? Seth cradled the woman to his chest. Her breathing seemed normal, and there wasn't a scratch on her body. We will talk about it more later. We gotta wake her up and get moving. Excuse me, miss. Miss, it's time to wake up. She didn't stir, no matter how hard Seth shook her shoulder. This calls for something more serious. Should I be worried? No, it's not that bad. When I was in school, my mom could never get me to wake up, so she would hold me down and tickle me until I went blue in the face and passed out. That doesn't help. It always worked. If you pass out, wouldn't you be in a bed? Wouldn't you be in bed for longer? Oh, yeah, that's why I would get to stay home from school. Yeah, useless. It's not useless. You are useless. Hey, miss, what did you say your name was again? Rine. The moment he spoke her name, her eyes fluttered open. They were a deep red, almost the same color as her dress. Her mouth opened slightly, as if she was about to say something in return, but instead she just smiled. her eyes locked onto Seth's. Rina, are you okay? We should probably ask if her name is really Rina. I mean, this back job is the one that said that was her name in the first place. Yes, my name's Rina. Do you know me? I don't think so. But he knew you were here somewhere, and your name, apparently. Thank you. Where are we? A haunted house. A haunted house? There's yet to be proof it's haunted. Maybe you are all ghosts and you are haunting me. If I was dead, I wouldn't waste my time haunting you. Am I really dead? Don't listen to him, Nini. With that smile still on her face, Rina stood from the ground and looked around the room. What a dump. I feel like we have a lot to explain. I will do the explaining while we walk. Come on, into the corridor. Mikhail practically dragged the other three out of the rooms, rushing towards their hopeful exit. Yeah, we have a time window here. We need to get out. The room beyond was even more starved for light than the entrance hall. Darkness crept in every corner, waiting for someone to become separated from the group so they could be devoured completely. Like in the other storyline. Interesting. Let's make this quick. We were probably kidnapped. We all woke up separately in that room, and we are stuck in some death game with 2 hours. Well, less than 2 hours now to escape. Got it? That's a little... I understand. Do you know who brought us here? No. Oh, no. I need to read who is talking. And we have a little over an hour and a half left? This isn't good. That's putting it mildly. We need to go as quickly as possible and not waste any more time. Do you understand, Sebastian? I like when you call me Seth more. So we have Seth, Mikhail, I'm Nini. Well, this isn't the nicest way to meet, but it's nice to meet you all regardless. It's so dark. I don't suppose any of you saw a light switch. If this house even has light, it looks old. There didn't used to be lights? Not before I invented electricity. Seb. You invented electricity? No, he didn't. I did. Wow. You are such an asshole. The further the group traveled, the more gloomy the lighting became, until it was almost pitch black. I hope we have something. And finally, the hallway ended in a staircase. Beside, it was some kind of plague, though it was unreadable through the darkness. Mikhail ascended a single step of the staircase. Wait! This might be important. If it was important, they wouldn't leave it somewhere we couldn't read it. I agree, I don't think we should move on before we read it. Yeah. You are all as bad as each other. Fine, what's your solution then? Because we can't take it with us unless any of you are carrying a screwdriver. What can we do? Okay, so we are stuck again. We need to go somewhere else. So here we died, because we were in the darkness, like over here. So I guess we go over here now, and then die here, and then we can maybe do this one. Oh, this will be a lot of reading. Their voices rose in a chorus, cascading up, 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 far into the sky and beyond, starting as small as small as a whisper before rising to a crescendo that threatened to pierce even the heavens themselves. Booming, deafening, it echoed throughout the hall, yet at the same time, it was the most fragile, delicate sound to ever grace your ears. It made you feel at home, yet as if you longed for home. It made you feel at peace, yet as if you wished for peace. And home and peace were far from this place. Now we have the church. Like Sebastian said in the first run that he remembered being in a church, a train and a factory. Maybe. And we were in the factory and now in a church. So I guess there will be a train at some point. Sebastian opened his eyes behind them, a dull ache that made him want to instead keep them shut and sleep for the rest of eternity. Yet the persevered and took in his surroundings. A high ceiling decorated, as some might say, godly. Rows and rows of pews, all lined up and waiting, an audience that seemed to be missing. An altar and an organ which sat covered in a layer of dust. Where am I? Where is this? The church was covered in a deadly quiet. It felt as if he had woken up after the world had ended and he was the last person left. I was at home, and then nothing. Seth stood from his seat and walked slowly between the pews. Empty, abandoned, it seemed a little ironic that a place like this would be deserted. A place of faith, of family and friends. But now that was all gone. Now all that was left was a feeling of absence. A ray of light shone in from a window, cascading over the room. And that's when he noticed it. A young woman kneeling in a prayer. I find it so interesting when they have like the pictures of the people when they talk and then pictures that comes up in games, and somehow I feel like that is a different art style and somehow a different person because the face just looks different. Give me the strength to go on and the courage to find a way. Seth stood a distance away, listening to her quiet words. Most of them were merely whispers, but every now and then he would pick up on what she was saying. Even Seth didn't know how long they stayed like that. The young woman, so fair-looking that she may indeed have been a ghost, locked in prayer, and Seth, who didn't dare to interrupt her. Finally, just as he was about to make a move, she spoke up. "Who are you?" "My name's Sebastian." "Sebastian, do you know where we are?" Seth's voice echoes through the empty chamber. The young lady's back seemed small, fragile, weak, and her voice cracked as she replied, I don't know where this is." "I will try the door. We should probably work out where we are." "I tried them all already. They are all locked. The windows won't break. I can't find any way out." "There's no way out. Maybe we have been stranded here for our sins." "Well, that's not a great sign." "No, it's not. I'm not really one to believe in sins and hell and all that jazz, so I think there's probably another reason we are here. How about you tell me your name?" "My name." Her words were strained, tinged with pain. "Why?" Here her face is way rounder. She stood from the place, brushed off her dark red dress then ran at Seth. Before he had the time to react, she had already wrapped her arms around the brown-haired man and buried her face into him. I don't know what my name is. I don't remember. Oh. That's different. Maybe I never had one in the first place. I don't know where I am or why I am here, and I'm so scared right now that I could cry, but for some reason seeing you puts my mind at ease. I feel as though you are important, and I can trust you. Awkwardly, Seth wrapped his arms around the young lady and patted her back. Sorry, that must be hard on you. I also have no clue why we are here, but we will find a way out. By the way, my friends usually call me Seth. You can too if you want. Seth. Okay. How about we... Attention, precans. Precans? The timer has now begun. You have 2 hours to escape before the church is decimated. Good luck. Interesting. Did that just... Before he could finish his question, a timer appeared on one wall of the church. It was already showing that under 2 hours remained. What? Under 2 hours? Are the timers on all of the timelines synced up? That's interesting. Escape in 2 hours? Is this some kind of practical joke? You are not lying about your amnesia, right? She shook her head, her light hair flickering out around her. I remember nothing. I know you said you tried the door, but there must be some way out here. Come on, quickly. Got it. Seth and the mysterious unnamed woman split up, pushing and pulling and trying desperately to budge even a single door. But they wouldn't move an inch. Maybe we need a key, but I don't see any keyholes. It's like they are not even real doors. Maybe they are not, maybe they are all fakes, designed to make us think we have a chance of getting out. Well, I usually like to be a little more optimistic than that. If someone put us in here, then there's a way back out. I do have a special skill involving doors that I could show you if you wanted. Will it open any of them? Probably not. Having given up on breaking any of the windows or making any of the doors budge, Seth started flipping over anything and everything he could find, searching for, well, anything. Hey, what's this? A phone. A phone? Can you call for help? Seth shook his head. No service. We must be in the middle of nowhere. Of course. I will hold on to it anyway. We might need it. Will we get the phone in some other place? Because maybe it is like a smartphone and it has light. The room fell into silence as the two strangers contemplated what was going on. They begged and pleaded for some answer to call out to them from the dark, to show them the way. Do you think we are the last people on Earth? I hope not. Why? Between the loneliness of being the last people alive and being dead, there's no competition. That's true. Also, I'm just saying this now in case I end up being right. I don't want any kids. What? Oh. That took a while for me to understand. He thinks like if they are the last people, that they have to get kids to reanimate human beings. But 2 people are not enough for that. So you, like at 2 people, you already can scratch that plan. That's not enough genetic material to reanimate human being. works for me. I don't either. For the first time, the girl cracked a smile. It was glorious, radiant and beautiful. Your dress is nice, by the way. You look like you're from the past. Thank you, As if in answer to their previous prayer for someone to call out from the dark to save them, a muffled sound came from somewhere behind the organ. Huh? Please don't be zombies. Please don't be zombies or vampires. The girl, curious, sprang to her feet and walked behind the organ. A gasp followed. What the? Is everything okay? That's a coffin back here. The color drained from Seth's face. A game of life or death he could deal with. Being possibly kidnapped he could deal with. I knew it was going to be zombies. I would have guessed vampires because of the coffin. Zombies come out of coffins, but normally you do not see that. Ooh, pretty coffin. As Seth approached, the coffin shook and trembled. Whatever was inside wanted out. Now. Is someone locked in there? You know what? I don't think this is at all relevant, and we can find somewhere else to explore. She put her ear to the coffin, just in time for a muffled yell to escape it. Ah! Oh god, oh no, sorry lady, but I can't do this. Look, there's some kind of panel here. We could put in a password. I really think we should. There must be a password somewhere in here. Aren't you afraid? Of what? Coffins usually, hold dead bodies. But listen, whatever's in there is obviously not dead. That's so much worse. How can you not see how much worse that is? You stay here while I go look around for a code. Wait, don't leave me here. She instantly left him there. Ah. Don't make any sounds, okay? I said don't make any sounds. The coffin started shaking. Or move. Bad coffin. Shh, be quiet. Humph. This is how I'm going to die, from a zombie attack in a church in the middle of nowhere. Boo! Ah! the cat mouse. That's not funny. Did you find anything? It seems to me like you don't want to get that open. No, never. Well, luckily for you, I found nothing. Humph. But unluckily for you, I think it has something to do with the phone you found. I take back my few. This thing, huh? I will take a look. Oh, it needs an unlock code. What? A second code? I can't even find one. I don't know it. Okay. And you really checked everywhere? The unnamed girl nodded. There's nothing anywhere. Nothing I can find anyway. Seth stared at the locked screen. It was almost like somewhere, on the edge of his consciousness, he knew it. Those 4 simple numbers. But no matter how hard he stared at it, no matter how much he racked his brain, he didn't know the code. We must be missing something. Come on, let's check around again. I thought you didn't want to get it open. I don't, but I want to die even less than that. And that timer is already going down fast. Already, the time was below 1 hour 30 minutes. Okay. What was once a respectable but somewhat dusty church became what could be almost described as a bomb zone. Furniture had been upturned, pushed aside, flipped on their sides, searching for something, searching for anything that would give them a clue how to proceed. Seconds became minutes, minutes snowballed into an hour, and soon the timer ticked down until 10 minutes. It's not good, is it? We can't give up now. The girl shook her head. It's okay. You are tired, aren't you? Seth's clothes were already darkened with dust and dirt, and his face was covered in a layer of sweat. In the past hour, he would truly torn his place apart. He was left panting and gasping for air as he collapsed onto one pew that was left standing. The young woman with hair and skin so fine sat down next to him. I suppose this is the end. Imagine this for the person in the coffin. Like they were moving around for the last 1 hour, 30 minutes, I guess. But the person in the coffin don't even know what is happening. Don't say that. It's okay, I know when to give up. It's a shame because I feel like the future had more in store for us. I don't know why. No funny jokes? I'm sorry, I have missed something. This is my fault. She shook her head. Maybe this is for the best. How do you come to that conclusion? Maybe there really is a zombie in there, and by not letting it out, we are saving the whole world. You think so? No, but it makes me feel a little better. Hey, wait. Maybe we are not even on Earth anymore. Maybe we are on some alien planet. My tummy makes noises. Or maybe we are test subject in a lab somewhere. Maybe this is all a TV show and people with cameras will come out in any seconds now. Seth? Sorry, I'm rambling. No, thank you. For sticking with me. Well, I don't have a choice. We are stuck in here. It was the least I could do. Maybe we will meet in the next life. Maybe we will. Warning, 10 seconds remain. The timer ticked down under 10 seconds, and the girl closed her eyes, awaiting whatever was coming to them. Goodbye, Seth. Goodbye, R. Oh, we remember her name? So they get re-alived every time? Is this maybe after we died? And this is our purgatory? No. Something like that. Interesting. Oh. The building collapsed in on itself. All that remained was piles of rubble. In this last moment, Seth thought of one name in particular. Rine. Ooh, okay. So we need a password over here and a lighter over here. And no. Yeah, lighter and a screwdriver, or also a lighter. Okay. So I guess we need to go over here. The rumbling came from deep within the metal beast, a sound of pure strength, of steel, of speed, faster than a human could ever move. It swayed left and right, slowly, rhythmically. Sorry for that one, that's rhythmically, enough to lull one into a deep sleep. Turning a corner, it hissed, holding on desperately to the tracks laid before it. Perhaps the people inside that metal beast may have stayed soundly asleep, if not for the low, mournful dirge of the horn that echoed throughout the chambers. Sebastian opened his eyes, his head pounding to a rhythm that seemed to match the swaying of the room he was in. His eyes passed from wall to wall to the scenery that sped by just outside the window, and finally to the man who rested his head on his shoulder. Huh? Who is that? His hair was unruly, trousled in a way that made Seth think that he had been asleep for some time. Unconsciously, he reached up to tame his own messy locks. The man's hair was white and black, almost perfect except for the obvious regrowth one could see from so close. Oh, it's... Do we remember him? His head pounded harder as he stared at the man's sleeping face, an electric pain that sat behind his eyes. Mika! Mikhail, Mika, wake up! Seth held onto Mikhail's shoulders, carefully shaking him until his eyes opened. Drearily. I know the word, I cannot say it. It was somewhat like looking into a mirror to the past. The man named Mikhail looked first around the room, before moving on to glance outside the windows at the scenery that passed by in a blur. And lastly, his eyes went to Sebastian. He froze for a moment before rinsing his eyes in pain, as if his head was throbbing just the same. Seth? Last time I checked. Sorry, I must have fallen asleep. We were not on a train, if I remember correctly. Sure, looks like we are on a train to me. Mikhail sighed before standing from his seat and looking around. Yeah, we are on a train now, but why? Usually trains are for traveling from one place to another at a decent pace. No shit. Also, some would say that trains themselves are becoming obsolete and there's better method for traveling from one place to another. Alright, thanks asshole, that's enough about trains. Mikhail forcefully covered Seth's mouth with his hand. The sound of muffled words could still be heard clearly, though, which led Mikhail to believe that he was indeed still muttering about trains. Hey, shut up, look. Letting go of his mouth and praying the talk of forms of travels had ceased, Mikhail pulled Seth up to stand beside him before nodding in the direction of a seat further from the carriage. A woman with incredible light hair sat upright in a seat, her eyes still closed and her breathing steady. The two men inched closer. Her dress was a deep dark red. Sitting as she was, she looked more like a doll than a living human. Her skin was pristine, perfect, her eyelashes long and dark. Only when Mikhail and Seth were close enough to touch her did they notice that someone else was asleep on her lap. A young girl, no older than 7 or 8. Her hair and skin were as equally as perfect and pristine as the lady she rested upon. Together like that, rather than dolls, they seemed like statues. Who are you? Automatically, Seth stood in front of Mikhail, shielding him. The woman's voice was cool and calm. Interesting, Seth normally hides behind people, but perhaps that only made it more threatening. I'm Sebastian. This is Mikhail. We woke up on the train with no idea how you got here. Yeah, you know something about that? Mikhail's voice was tinged with accusation. Mika, it's okay. The currently unnamed woman shook her head, her long hair swaying from side to side with her. Phew. I thought you might have been the one who brought me here, but it doesn't seem like it after all. Her voice, which was so calm and collected only a moment before, finally relaxed, tinged with warmth. My name is Rina. She nodded towards a little girl still asleep in her lap. I woke up a short while ago and found this girl crying. I'm not sure who she is. Poor thing. then wake her up already. But it's probably important if we at least get her name. Right. Rina gently strokes the little girl's hair until her big eyes finally fluttered open. She sat up and looked at the newcomers warily, her eyes dashing from Rina back to the two unknown men, as if asking if they were safe. Rina nodded to her. Ah, Nini. Did you also get bored here? Bored here? I remember someone carrying me here. Well, that's not a good sign. Seth kneeled down so he could be on the same level as a young girl. Hey, it's going to be okay. We will work out why we are here and you can go home to your family, okay? But first, why don't you tell us your name? My name's Sebastian, but you can call me Seth. That's Mikhail. You can call him Mikhail. He secretly likes it if you call him Mika. Don't tell him I told you. Mikhail looked away, a tinge of pink on his cheeks. And we just met Rina. You and Rina are friends, right? She nodded furiously. My name's Nini. Well, it's nice to meet you, Nini. You two seem to know each other pretty well. Of course, Mika and I go way back. We happened to live next to each other growing up, and happened to go to the same school, and happened to be in the same class every year. Then happened to go to the same high school and the same college. Either he was stalking me, or the universe was telling me we were meant to be friends. I'm not a stalker. Sure, but the evidence points to I'm not a... But evidence... I'm not a stalker, end of story. Alright, sure. He leaned in close to Nini and fake whispered into her ear, Careful, he might be a stalker. Nini giggled and Rina seemed to brighten up too. Attention passengers. Oh, here we are at passengers. The timer has now begun. You have 2 hours to escape before the train is decimated. Good luck. Interesting. Did anyone else just hear that? Decimated? What does that mean? Well, that's destroyed. Completely and utterly. That can't be serious. 2 hours to escape a moving train or we will die? This isn't a movie. We are going to die? No. No, of course not. We are not going to die. A silence befell the group. This can't be real, can it? Just as that thought crossed Seth's mind, the carriage began to sway more heavily, wheels screeching on the tracks. What's that number on the wall? Project on the wall was a time. Projected on the wall was a time. The second ticked by. 1 hour 57 minutes. Screw this. If we need to escape, then let's just do it the easy way. Oh, the glass broke. In an instant, Mikhail broke the security glass on the fire extinguisher and picked up the heavy metal object. He brought it to his side, then swung hard, smashing the window. Or at least, that's what he expected to happen. And that's the fire extinguisher simply bounced right off the glass. Not even a scratch grazed its surfaces. Interesting that all the glasses are, not breakable. Say, you did manage to break the glass. Then what? Are you going to jump from a moving train? Course not. I will... Still working out that part of the plan? I was stabbed. I would maybe climb out and then on top of the train. To get easier to the front. The carriage is really starting to shake. I know the guy said we have 2 hours and all, but do you think there's any chance that this carriage will be decimated before then? Quite possible. For now, I think we should take that voice seriously and play along. Then the only way forward is that door. Mikhail and Seth rushed over to the door and tried the handle. The lock clicked, not moving an inch. Anyone happen to wake up with a key in their pocket? Wouldn't that be convenient? Hey, what's this? Next to the door was a panel with a screen and a keyboard. It needs a password. Password? Of course it does. None of you signed us all up for an amnesiac escape game, right? That would be much more fun. Let's search the cabin. There must be something around. Nini, would you like to look around with me? Yes. Rina took her hand gently and they began to search between the seats. I don't have any debts. I try not to make any enemies, yet still I end up in a place like this. Maybe it'll be fun. Oh, maybe we are actually on a TV show and at the end someone will jump out and say it's all a prank. Yeah, of course. Very elaborate setup for a TV show. By now the carriage had begun shaking quite violently. The noise it made was one of pure terror, of steel screeching against steel, ready to break away at any moment. Seth quickly went to work searching. On the chairs, on the floor, on the walls, but found little of anything. Not only that, but everything was polished and clean, something you would never usually see on public transport. Was this made just for us? Hey, Seth, look. Something came flying through the air, aimed directly at Sebastian's head. With instinct so honed, he moved quickly to catch it, and quite obviously missed because his instincts weren't honed at all, and he honestly would usually prefer to sit at home in his pajamas and play video games than do anything that would hone his instincts. A bag of something hit him across the face before falling into his lap. Marshmallows? Mika, you shouldn't have. Remember that cabin trip we went on in school? The one where the raccoon broke into our tent and ate all of our cereal? Hey, don't laugh. I didn't get to eat any cereal that whole trip. That's what you get. Why? You should have offered the raccoon something to eat in the first place. Then maybe he wouldn't have resorted to stealing. I don't know why I bother asking. Anyway, why don't we toast those marshmallows? Well, that's so random right now. We are searching for a password, not for marshmallows. I think we are lacking a key element of roasting marshmallows. That's what you think, but take a look at this. From his pocket, Mikhail pulled out a packet of matches. Matches are for light, and we need light in the second storyline. Oh, we can just light the train on fire and roast marshmallows until we are decimate. Then. Maybe after we escape. Good idea. I think I found something. Mikhail and Seth turned around to the little girl. In her arms was a briefcase that looked gigantic when held by her, but regular-sized once Seth took it from her. Luckily, it opened with ease. Inside was a single newspaper clipping. 4 die in train accident that completely decimated the area. Well, if that's not encouraging, I don't know what is. I'm scared. It'll be okay. Seth here might be an idiot, but you can depend on the rest of us. That's right, Mike is so dependable. But moving on from that, there must be some kind of clue here. This is all you guys found in the entire carriage? You didn't search at all, so don't blame them for not finding more. Dummy. I found marshmallows. This is all you guys found of use in the entire carriage? I believe so. I didn't find anything else. Then this is it. Let's take a look carefully. Find the hidden 7-word code somewhere in the newspaper. You can click any letter to add it to the code. If you need another hint, click the hint button. Okay, so the code is 7 words long, I guess. What is this? Oh, these are the hints later? Okay. 4 dead in train accident that decimated the area. Shortly after 4:15 p.m. on the 27th of the December, a train carrying flammable materials crashed. Unfortunately, everyone on board was killed on impact. Rather than call for help, it's assumed that those on board tried to reach the engine room to stop the rampant train. Very soon after, it crashed, decimating the area. Very soon after, it's believed that no one else was harmed due to the explosion. Volunteers are currently searching the area. Exactly why it crashed is still unknown. That sounds like this is kind of like time loops, right? Either, I'm not sure yet if we are like starting over and we forget about everything, or if it is more like a time loop, because sometimes we seem to remember stuff from other timelines. So this could come from the future, right? Fought that in train accident. Wait, how can I restart? Thank you. Wait, how do I... Maybe everything. S U R V E V E? Every big letter was the answer. I guessed because it was like, okay, there are not a lot of information about this. There are a lot of words. And we can only choose one letter of a word. So it's not like 7 words. 7 full words. It must be one letter in a word. And the only one that's standing out without any other information are the big ones. And it worked. Okay, survive. The code is survive. Wait. Survive. Just in case. Nope. Yeah. The code is survive. Okay. Survive. Right, the first letter to every sentence. How clever. A little ironic when they are putting us through a death game, but whatever. The carriage swayed side to side, shaking as if on its last legs. Quickly, let's try the code. Seth dropped the briefcase and newspaper clipping and rushed to the door. The panel beside it stood waiting, blank, ready for the magic word that would open the way to the next carriage. Survive. Yep. The door began slowly opening with a creak, but Mikhail couldn't be that patient. With all his strength mustered, he forced the door open faster, pulling Seth, Rena and Nini through. Just in time. Behind them, the carriage broke free from its restraints. Sparks flew around as it tipped, teetered, and rolled down the cliff that sat just beside the preciously placed track. A precariously placed track. I cannot say it, but I guess it means something like dangerous or similar. The four stood in dread, eyes fixed on the spot they had been standing just moments before. In its place, a sheer drop. Did the train just... Yep, it's just got... Don't say it. Decimated. Hey, she said it, not me. Nini clung tight to Rine, shaking. So not only do we have a 2-hour timeline, there's also some unknown limit on each carriage. That doesn't seem very fair. Nothing about this is fair. Why us? Why did we do to deserve this? Apart from Nini, does anyone remember anything about how they got here? Nothing. I can't even remember what I was doing before this. Neither. Have they messed with our memories then? If you start questioning our memories, then where does that stop? We could all have done something bad and this is our punishment and we just don't remember. One of us could have been the person who put us in here and we don't remember. Hell, you and I might even be strangers, Seth. Anything could be possible. I guess so. For now, why don't we focus on getting out of here? And how exactly does moving from carriage to carriage help us with escape? What do you know do you know something we don't? No, it's not that. Then why even bother suggesting it? Mikhail, stop it. Well, it's a fuck ton more helpful than you have been, isn't it? Fight. Slowly, Seth reached down and covered Nini's ears, who was looking around the group curiously. I has returned. How goes the horror? We died. Sometimes. We got stuck in 3 of the timelines. We saw a church and a factory, and now we are in the train. And Seth mentioned all of these in the first timeline, so I am guessing we are either we are already dead, or we are in some kind of time loop there where we are repeating these lives over and over again after we die. But we still remember some of it. That's interesting. Right now we are in the train where we have to go from area to area and try to open the doors in between. Noise. Tripping, but noise. Yeah, it's quite tripping. And we need to figure out why. Also, we found a paper clip from a newspaper that says that this situation happened, apparently, where 4 people go through a train and the train will fall off the way. And apparently there is something explosive on here. But we are the only ones that will get hurt or die in this accident. The paperclip said also that we, out of any reason, the paperclip didn't know, of course, because they weren't in here. We tried to get to the front, but we couldn't stop it to happen. So I wonder if why do we have to go into the front if we already know that it will not change anything? Rina's air of sophistication, of careful, cool words had dissipated, and under it was a heat filled with anger. Do you think I want to be stuck here? No, I don't. Do you think I want to do this? No, of course not. But we all watched what happened to the last carriage. Do you want to just sit around and wait for that to happen to us? Well, no. I'm so tired of this already. Nini gingerly pulled away from Seth's hand, then opened her mouth to speak. If we get to the front of the train, wouldn't there be an engine room? Where else would the conductor sit? Then can't we just turn it off? Right. Then I suggest we start looking around. Rina turned on her heels and left. I think you should apologize. Also, I have the feeling that they have different relationships, depending on in which timeline we are right now. Because in the factory, he and Rina are siblings. Here, these two are friends, but they give me vibes of boyfriend and boyfriend, you know? But they say they are friends. Maybe they are roommates, you know? But here they say they know each other since childhood. These kinds of friends, like long past friends. But in the other versions, timelines, they do not remember each other. Me? Why? You made her kinda upset. She's stuck here like the rest of us. Fine, whatever. Mikhail walked after her, leaving Seth alone with a curious-looking Nini. Shall we take a look around together, little lady? Nini sprang up from her place and wrapped her little arms quickly around Seth. Whoa there! Is something wrong? Mr. Sebastian, are you scared? Just call me Seth. I'm not that old, you know. And yeah, I am. Don't tell Mikhail so. He might laugh at me. How can you be scared but still keep going? Because there's no other choice. When you're scared, do you want to run away? To curl up into a ball and cry? Yes, I'm much weaker than you. No, I feel the same. You are a weak, scared cat too? Ouch. Scaredy cat, I guess. That's right, you know, true strength isn't not being scared. It's being scared but persevering. And you are persevering. You are strong, and we will get out of here, all four of us together. Thank you, Savvy. Savvy, that's a new one. Why do you go by Seth, not Seb though? It sounds cooler. Maybe your full name is actually Sevastation. Now that would strike fear into the hearts of my enemies. You have enemies? Oh, no, it's just... Could they have brought us here? She's too pure. Maybe. Guess we better stay on our toes, huh? Savvy, Mika's your friend, not your enemy, right? Yeah, we have always been friends. Where did you two meet? Oh, that's easy. One of these again. Sebastian's head throbbed once again, the pain running down to his ears and neck. We met. Where was it again? Mikhail and I... Are you okay? I'm sorry. We met in school. Hey, Seth. Nini, come here. What is it? Something is not right with that. We searched the rest of the carriage, but all we found was this closed door. But when we turned back around, the door was open. The room was small and the inside was dark. There looked to be enough room for a single person to stand in there. Okay. You're sure it's not a toilet? Why, you need to go? Not really. You wanna go together? What? Shut up and stop being weird. As they bicker back and forth, Seth with a smile on his face and Mikhail with an angry blush, a screen turned on within the room. I will take a look. Hey, wait! As soon as Seth stepped into the room, the door slid shut behind him and locked with a click. Okay. Ah, shit. He banged his fist against the door, no response. Pulled on the handle, nothing. Then, it has to be this. My secret skill. He took a few steps back, quiet, literally 2 steps, considered the size of the room, and stared dead on the door. You are done. Before running at the door at full speed. Guess that didn't work either. All it did was make his entire body ache. Let's take a look at the screen then, shall we? Huh, looks like there's a question on there. What's your favorite food? What the hell? Is there some kind of pervert running this thing? Just wanna use this chance to get to know me, huh? You start with an easy question, then start asking me about where I live, what I'm wearing, all that kind of stuff. Fine, I will play along. I have the feeling that this is one of those where I have to type in something and then the next one have to guess it right because we know each other. But since we have memory loss, this will not work out. What is your favorite food? My favorite food is something I have to type already. I would say lasagna, but that is hard to type. So, soup. Soup. Okay. Cat. If you were an animal, which one would you be? Cat. How good looking would you rate yourself? Squishy, give me a number between, I guess, 1 and 10. 5. It's in the middle. What is your lucky number? I don't have one. Let's use 8. As Seth typed in his final answer, the screen went black and the door finally slid open. Enjoy, pervert. Light poured into the dark room, stinging his eyes. Phew. Are you okay? Did they do anything that bad to you in there? Did they probe you? Hey, little girl shouldn't know about probing. I'm fine. I just got asked some questions. Where's Mika? Mikhail stood a distance away, looking out a window quietly. Did something happen? Rine looked away, unsure what to say. Look there. Nini pointed to the wall where a panel had slid away to reveal a monitor. We had to answer questions about you. Oh, so that's what happened. Well, lucky I went in then, huh? You had Mika, self-proclaimed Sebastian stalker, to answer them for you. Actually, when the door first closed, I tried my special trick. Wanna know what that is? Every glass door I have owned, I have accidentally ran through. I thought maybe my ability to break doors would work here, but it was no good. Is everything alright? I couldn't answer a single one. What? Wait, not even one? I mean, I guess I could understand if you messed up 1 or 2, but... No need to feel bad. This is stressful for all of us, right? Your brain's probably switched off or something. More than usually, then that is. Where Mikhail would usually react to Seth's purely timed joke, he looked away. I guess so. Let me. Mika, you go in. I will handle the answers, okay? Seth looked up to the remaining time. 1 hour 20 minutes remained. The carriage had already begun to sway and shake. Sure. The door shut. Why? Before he goes in, maybe you should ask him about his favorite food and so on, because I believe that we also don't remember well. Why don't you talk about it before you go in again? The door shut behind Mikhail as he walked into the room. For some reason at the moment, his back seemed especially small and fragile. Are you worried about him, Savvy? He'll be alright. He always is. I have his back. He's lucky to have you. I'm lucky to have him. Here we go. He started answering the questions. Look. I don't think I know that. Okay. Wait. His favorite color could be black and white because he's wearing it all over his body. But it could also be brown for our hair, or our eye color, that is, I believe, blue? I think. Or our sweatshirt, like a lilac. I guess we call it blue. Blue? Where does Mikhail dream of visiting? Okay, England? Maybe. How old is he? 28. What is Mikhail's middle name? It's not Sebastian. Frank? I don't know. Oh, do I have to remember these? Do I only have to remember these, or do I only have to remember mine? Oh, that will be bad. Okay, I will say Frank, so that I can remember it, if I need to. England, blue, 28. The color had long drained out of Seth's face. It was as if the answers were there, somewhere, rattling around in his brain, but he couldn't quite grasp them. Making notes, I should wait. A notepad. So, black and white man. 28 was the age I gave him. His favorite color was blue, I said. What else? Frank was his middle name. England was his country that he wants to visit. I hate to write with the mouse. There we go. Was there another one? I think that was all of them. And us? We said we are a 5. Our favorite number is 8, or our lucky number is 8. Soup was our favorite food. Cat is the animal we want to be. And there was one more. Kitty chaos, yeah. So that I can remember easily. Soup, we want to be cat. We would rate ourselves a 5. Our favorite number or lucky number was 8. And something else. I cannot remember the last question, but I hope that we will remember when the time comes. Or were they never there in the first place? Hell, you and I might even be strangers, Seth. Sebastian? Ah. At some point, the door had slid open and Mikhail had stepped out. Seeing the look on Seth's face, he couldn't help but feel disappointed. It's like my memories are all fuzzy. The number says 1 hour left. We are running out of time. Neely, listen to me. I want you to go in there and answer those questions as simple as possible, okay? Why don't you just tell her what to say? You know? But what if I don't know how to spell something? You will be okay. You are a smart girl. Just try your best. I can't ask any more of you than that. Okay. Before anyone could argue, Rina had already guided Nini to the room and the door had slid shut behind her. One by one, the questions started popping up on the screen. Rina considered each carefully, taking her time to answer each attentively. Minutes later, the door to the room slid open for the final time and Nini bounded out. Did I do okay? Rina smiled warmly, gently stroking her hair. You did fantastically. Look, the screen changed. On it was a simple word. Life. Life? I would say that's our code to continue. Seth, will you do the honor? Yeah. Wait, how? These two do not know each other as far as I know. None of the timelines says that these two know each other. And now she can answer the questions that she gave the answers to? That's suspicious. Quickly, the group approached the door and Seth pointed his fingers above the keypad. Live. The door opened wide with a groan, much faster than the last one. Nini and Rina led the way, and Seth followed after them. Mika? Sorry. There's nothing to... Before he could finish his sentence, the group below, Mikhail let out a roar as it began to rip away from the rest of the train. What? Mikhail? Oh god, okay, he's here with us. Seth reached out and grabbed the man, holding onto his arm tight and pulling him into the next carriage just in time. Shit. You don't need to say you're sorry to me. We are friends. There's no need for that. Not between us. So Seth's grip on Mikhail had tightened without him even realizing, and the two were so close together they could feel each other's breath. Are you two alright? Don't shut it. Let them have their moment. Seth let go of Mikhail's arm and quickly stepped away, for some reason embarrassed. Mikhail's actions mirrors his as his face started to deepen 3 shades of red. Rina, what was that about? Do you two actually know each other? Seth motioned toward Nini. How she had been able to guess each answer didn't seem right. Nini shook her head furiously. I don't know. I don't think so. For some reason I just knew. Maybe because she's a child. It was easy to guess. Fine, I will believe you for now, but if there's anything you're not telling us that could help, then I wish you would say. There's nothing else to say. I don't know anything. I wish I had the answers for you, but I'm just as confused as you are. Fine, Mikhail. Seth turned to speak to Mikhail, but he had already left with Nini to search around the carriage. Lovers quarrel? Do we look like lovers? Maybe. He doesn't feel like that about me. Well, how do you feel about him? Is this a dating show, or are we fighting for our lives right now? Just making conversation. We are both just a little confused. It's no big deal. You will sort it out, you always do. We don't know each other that long, that you could say that. Right? Yeah, right. Then why is it that when I think back on the years we spent together, it's all so fuzzy? You should go talk to him. There's nothing worse than words left unsaid. There will come a time when you won't get a chance to say them anymore. She feels off. Something is weird. Thanks, Rine, and sorry for the interrogation earlier. Rine shook her head and smiled warmly. You can never be too careful. I trust you, so I hope you can trust me. Yeah. Seth turned away from Rine and cast his eyes over the new carriage. Compared to the other two, which looked suspiciously more like regular pedestrian trains, this carriage was somewhat more bare. If there were ever seats, they had long been ripped out. It seemed more like a carriage designed to carry cargo. I guess in this case we are the cargo. Two doors sat on either wall, leading to places yet unknown. It seemed like neither Nini nor Mikhail had opened either door yet, and were mostly cocked up with chatting while searching around the new space. Seth rubbed at the back of his neck awkwardly as he stepped closer to the two, who were crouched down. Surprisingly, Nini had a smile on her face, while Mikhail was looking flustered. Don't worry, Mika. You must still be sleepy after waking up. It's okay to forget things sometimes. My name's Mikhail. Like, there was one time my brother forgot me at the park, but he said it was an accident and they came back later. And my grandma, when I stayed with her for a while because Mommy and Daddy wanted me to go away, she accidentally left me at the supermarket, but I found the way back. Wait, this happened more than once? And then my dad, Anyway, it doesn't matter. As long as Savvy is important to you, then don't you think everything will be okay? Maybe that's in your head. What's in your head doesn't matter as much as what's in your heart. Talking about me? Ah! Mikhail jumped. With so much enthusiasm, Seth wouldn't have been surprised if he had hit his head on the ceiling. Now, who's the stalker? I mean, it's a pretty small space, not really many places I can go. Then you are an eavesdropper. That I can deny. Can't deny. There we go. For your information, no, we weren't talking about you. Really? It sounded suspiciously like Nini was giving you love advice. Love? Shut up, go away. Just fall out of the train already. Okay? Oh, he's a tsundere. Cute. Alright, fine. If that's what you want. Seth started walking backwards, straight towards the door that led to a straight drop. Well, it was nice knowing you, Mika. You too, Nini. I am not. Yeah, he is. You are both of them. No, Savvy, don't. Ignore him, he just wants attention. Boo-hoo! No one loves me. Yeah, that is also part of it. Yeah. I love you. Oh, aren't you a cutie? Much cuter than Mika. That's not hard. And my name's Mikael. Mika. Mikael. Mika? Mikael. Michael. I'm going to push you out of the carriage myself. Fine, Mikael. Somehow that sounds worse. Fine, then let's stick with Mika. Nini, can I ask you something? You said you remembered someone bringing you here, didn't you? Kind of. Can you tell me more? I don't really... It's, like their face was kind of blurry. Then I fell asleep. Huh. It's strange you're the only person who remember anything. Nini shook her head, expressing how confused she was about it herself. It's okay though. What about Rine, getting all of your answers back there? Are you sure you're never met? I don't know. I don't remember her, but maybe. No need to stress. We will work it out. Did you two find anything? Nothing. There's nothing whatsoever that would give the code in here. It must be in those rooms. Which you haven't checked yet? Well, have you checked them? I guess not. Then, shall we? Nini, let's check this room together, okay? Why don't we just all look together? Rine didn't answer. She simply winked back at Mikael. You know, when they split up in horror movies, people turn up dead. Don't scare Nini. Don't worry, I'm not scared. She opened the door, which seemed to lead to some kind of cabin, before closing it behind the two of them. Wanna go check it out? Yeah. We don't have much time left. Seth and Mikael both glanced up at the time. 40 minutes remained. We can't be far from the engine room now. You know, the longest train in the world carried 682 cars. That is not helping. I'm just saying we could be really far away from the engine room. Yeah, I got what you are saying. I'm telling you not to say it. Aye, aye, Captain. But we are not on a ship. Shut up and get in. Get in here. Ooh. Interesting. The room inside was cramped, as to be expected of such a small space, but immaculate. It seemed as if the two men had stepped into another world when compared to the bleakness of the carriage just beyond the door. Fresh roses sat on the desk. Even from a distance, Mikael could smell them. Not fake. I suppose we haven't been stuck here for too long, at least. Mikael let go of Seth after pulling him into the room and turned his back to the brown-haired man. There's gotta be something in here somewhere. There looks to be many things in here. Don't make me clarify. Obviously, I mean something useful. Well, I'm in here. You need to get your hearing checked. I didn't say something useless. Ouch. Hey, I know you love me, really. I do not. No need to deny it. You are literally the biggest asshole I have ever met. What a compliment. Which is strange, because you are also the nicest person I have ever met. You are such a weirdo. Why he being me? I don't... Because they are reacting like you. Both of them sometimes. But he more. He is more. Mikael, do you promise you don't remember how we got here? I already told you. The last thing I remember, I think, we were on the way to the cinema. That movie you wanted to see came out. the cinema, but the last thing I remember. His head throbbed, pounded, desperately trying to stop him from thinking. Weren't we going somewhere? On the way to the airport? Airport? I don't remember anything like that. Why is he black? Who are you? Who am I? Do we even really know each other? Are you lying to me? Are our memories not real? Holding his head, Seth fell to the wooden floor. Seth, are you okay? I'm fine. You're not fine. Come on, let me get you onto the bed. Ooh. There's no time. There's no point getting off of this stupid train if you kill yourself along the way. Mikhail quickly helped Seth to his feet, then to the bed. It was ridiculously comfortable, more so than any train bed had any right to be. Thanks, Mika. Do we really know each other? What? You said it before. If they messed with our memories, we could be total strangers. Is that what you think? That everything we have is make-believe? I don't know. I really don't know. That really hurts, you know. You are trying to tell me that every memory we have together is fake? Before Seth could react, Mikhail had already pulled him backwards onto the bed and wrapped his thin arms around him. My 9th birthday party, the one where you accidentally lit your shirt on fire. When we graduated from high school and you tipped over in that puddle. Mika, after my mom died and you stayed with me for a week, I didn't mean none of that is real. I'm sorry. What did you say about there being no need for sorries between us? I don't want you to say sorry, I just want you to say you are wrong. Oh, Mika, I'm never wrong. Sebastian. Now I'm in trouble. I have to be wrong then. Because I don't want any of that to be fake at all. Yeah, Squishy, you also say you are never wrong. Yeah, what he said. You are one person. Because I don't want any of that to be fake at all. But if I'm right and we really are two strangers, then does it matter? What? What was it Nini said to you? What's in your head doesn't matter as much as what's in your heart. Kinda cheesy, and I kinda wanna die after hearing that said in my own voice, but she's a smart kid. Mika, even if we get out of here and found out we had never met, that something with our memories isn't right, then I wouldn't care. We can just make new memories together, right? It's purple. I knew it, but I forgot what color our eyes are. I thought we have blue eyes, but we have purple eyes. Huh? My favorite color is purple. I want to visit Iceland and see an Arctic fox. We should maybe type that down. Purple. Wait, this line doesn't have a repeat. We do not have to remember any of that. I realized. Okay. I'm 23. My middle name is Julian. What else do you need to know? You don't need to tell me all at once. We will have the rest of our lives to work it out, right? Sebastian, I need to tell you something. It's important, so can you not be an idiot for just 1 minute? Yeah. The truth is, to the notes. Yeah, I just remembered the timelines you see, that they have like... That's fine. The timelines show where you split off because you die, and where you have to repeat to get further. This line doesn't have that, so we do not have to repeat it, right? Well, it's that I kind of... Look, I'm an... Aww. Savvy Mika. Oh. Rina quickly covered both of Nina's eyes. She flailed around, trying to be free of her hands. As Mikhail and Seth both jumped out of bed, Rina instantly turned around, either truly embarrassed or feigning it enough to be believable. Are you too decent? Nope, idiots are us. We never weren't. Really? It seems to me that you were canoodling in bed together. It's not like that. She reacts like she is an Viabo, I guess. She is shipping man for sure. Of course not. Nini, go back to the other room. But we will be there in a second. The two men waited patiently as Nini left, and the room was filled with silence. Whether she would scold them or not, they weren't sure, but they felt like two schoolboys in trouble. Sorry, I realize we don't have the time to be wasting. What? I'm not upset. You're not? She shook her head and a gentle smile rose to her face. I'm happy to see the two of you. Well, happy. Together. I have just been worried, you know. About what? It's hard to explain, but seeing the two of you fighting makes me feel upset, I guess. Come on, we found something in the other room. Rina left first, leaving Mikhail and Seth alone with only her words as company. She's actually really nice, isn't she? I'm not going to lie, I thought she was about to put us both in our places. We didn't do anything wrong, apart from waste valuable time. But that's fine sometimes, I guess. Maybe more fine when our lives don't hang in the balance. Oh, before we go, what were you about to say? It's nothing important. I can wait until we get out of here. Let's catch up with Rina and Nini then. Oh, you wanted to confess. Looks like the lovebirds are finished. Rina, what's a lovebird? It means, well, you see, Nini, a lovebird is actually a type of parrot that's native to the forests of savannas. Right, that is definitely what I meant. Yeah, sure. What did you find? Nini, show it to Mika. With an exasperated sigh, Mikhail took a small piece of paper from Nini. It seemed to have some strange symbol on it. Or at least a bit of a strange symbol. It seemed to be 1 piece of 4. Huh. I can't really tell what it is from such a small piece. Is it really the code to open the door? What if it's just some trash? Did you find anything better to look into while you were canoodling? I don't canoodle. And I especially don't canoodle with him. Mika, you are breaking my heart here. Oh, my bad. Didn't realize you were born with one. Mika, you're so funny. Thanks, I am pretty funny, aren't I? Much less funny when you say it yourself. It's like laughing at your own joke. You should be your own #1 fan. Oh. Nini's eyes were filled with wonder. If she had a notepad and a pencil, she definitely would have written down what he just said. Wow, that was actually kind of cool. I will direct your eyes to the time we have left. 25 minutes. No canoodling? What's wrong with me? Yeah, what's wrong with you, Squishy? Why don't you canoodle? 25 minutes and we don't know how much longer we have to go. Yeah, hurry up you guys. The other pieces must be in here somewhere. Let's take a look. Okay. Oh, yeah, well. 3 places, I guess. Let's not open that can of worms. Okay, Squishy, we will not. We don't. Well, we like worms and we would like them to get out of the can before they die in there, but if you wish. A comfortable looking chair sat beside a small table. On top of it, absolutely nothing that interested Seth in the slightest. Still, he searched around the area and came up with nothing. Until he felt under the table, where a piece of paper was taped to it. Who does that? Tape something to the bottom of a table. Whoever puts us here, obviously. Tushy. I mean, there's way too much to unpack with the question. That's better. I was worried about the worms. The bed in this room was still in pristine condition, perfectly made and awaiting someone much too rich. Unlike the bed in the other cabin, which is a disheveled mess after we... What are you muttering about over there? Something Nini shouldn't be hearing, I think. It's fine, she's over the other side of the room. I was just comparing this bed, so perfectly made, to the one in the other room after Mikhail pushed me down onto it. His strength was immense. Oh, that is not what happened. It is quite literally what happened. You wish I would push you down on a bed. Seth shrugged in response, which only furthered Mikhail's annoyance. The worms are way too cute to can up. Yes, please do not can up worms, even though I know that there are canned worms. How about you stop chatting so much and get searching? Your laid-backness is starting to make me mad. He's right. You do seem very calm. Oh, no, I'm panicking pretty bad right now. I just usually make jokes to cover it up. It's my way of dealing with shit, I guess. Hi! I'm lurking. Have fun lurking. Wait. Why is he just like me? I don't know. Maybe someone met you and made you into an anime character. I don't like being called out like this. Feel called out even more. Oh no, I'm panicking pretty bad, I guess. Okay. Alright, fair. So easily accepted. Oh, here, I found another one. Skulks away. Oh, come back, Squishy. We like both versions of you, okay? Rina pulled a piece of paper out from the pillowcase and showed it off to the others. Yay, Rina! What are you guys talking about over here, anyway? Rainbows, unicorns, you know, all that good stuff. Oh, I wanna join in. Maybe when you're a little older, Nini. Not for unicorns, you do not have to be grown up for unicorns. But I will be lurking, time for me to stream myself. Have fun, Squishy. The desk to the right of the room was relatively bare, minus a large bunch of roses and a lamp. While Mikhail busied himself over the other side of the room, Seth quickly checked the drawers. A Bible? Does anyone actually read hotel Bibles? A notepad? Hey, Nini could have used this a minute ago. And something that was sticky to the touch that Seth wanted to try to forget instantly. What are you touching? Ooh. I don't want to know. I don't want to think about it. I'm going to expel this memory from my mind and never use this hand to eat again. Well, while you were busy fingering that unknown substance, look at what I found. Looking awfully proud of himself, Mikhail held a slip of paper between his fingers. Yeah. Oh, by the way, look at this. Seth held up his hand. When Mikhail peered in closer, trying to find what he was looking for, he wiped his palm against the dual-haired boy's face. What the hell are you doing? There, now I have fingered the unknown substance and you have had it all over your face. Rematch. You just wait, Sebastian. Karma will get you, and if it doesn't, I will. I think that's everything. The group gathered around the small coffee table and set their scraps of paper down. Seth quickly rearranged them until they formed a certain pattern. A QR code? Wait, do I have to use my smartphone? Guys, please don't scan QR codes randomly that you see on screens. Just in case. I will do it and put my own stuff on the line, okay? It's searching. Oh, it says together. Interesting. Does anyone have a phone? I don't own one. I think mine was taken. Mikhail paused in his search as he felt something in his pocket. Oh, I have mine. Pass it here. What's your passcode? 7295. 7295. I don't think that this will be important, but still. Mikhail's handy. Wait, I have a notepad. 7295. Handy. Got it. Let's try scanning this, shall we? A website instantly popped up for a company Seth hadn't ever heard of. On it was a single word. Why do they show me to it? And why do they have it set up? If the game itself already tells you what is on the website. It would have been interesting if I have to scan it. You know? I do not have to, apparently. But yeah. Okay. Together. It's together. Come on, let's go. Once again, the group rushed towards the still locked door. Together. Wait, was it right? I believe that looks wrong. Together? Nope. Okay, without. What? The door should have opened for them, brought them just a little closer to their freedom, but instead nothing happened. Wait, I'm sure that was it. Something wrong. At that moment, the light in the cabin flickered out before coming back a second later. A grating metallic sound came from the other side of the carriage. Ah! Look, a button! Weird, why would this one need a button when the rest just all opened? That seems to be a trap. Do you think this is the last door? They glanced up at the remaining time. 7 minutes, 30 seconds. I hope so. Go, wait at the door. I will open it. Seth, I have a bad feeling about... It's fine. Stop being such a worrywart. I have the feeling that somebody has to hold the button so that they can go through. So one is supposed to left behind. Seth hit the button and the door instantly opened, unlike all the others beforehand, which had gone at a speed comparable to a snail. This was almost immediate. See, I told you so. I guess. The train shook back and forth, the groan becoming almost deafening. But as soon as Seth's hands came off the button, it closed again. If anyone had been halfway between the room, they would have gotten cut in half. There's something wrong with this button. Wait, that can't be right. Rina ran over to the button and pressed it herself. It opened, then instantly closed again. The timer on the wall hits 5 minutes remaining. It didn't make a sound, not a tick to be heard, yet the group felt like every second that went down sounded awfully heavy. It shouldn't be like this. The power shortage, it must have messed with the button when the lights... No. Shit. Nini, come with me. We need to search the next room now for any way to stop this train. Mikhail, you come too. Mikhail frowned and shook his head. I'm not going anywhere without him. Fine, quickly, Nini. The two girls ran through the door to the room beyond. It's the engine room. Is there a way to stop this thing? No, there's... All the controls are locked down. I think the door needs to be closed. I will open the door for you three to go through and stop the train. It'll be fine. Are you insane? This carriage is going to go at any second. If we keep going, you will be gone before we can stop it. Mikhail, it'll be fine. Just trust me. Stop being so damn calm for 1 second. Seth, this isn't a joke. This is a matter of life or death. At some point, Seth's hand had started to shake. He stared down at them, willing them to stop, but they wouldn't. At this point, they couldn't. Mika, I know what's at risk here. But if there's a choice between risking myself or watching you die, what do you think I would pick? I'm not losing you. Just go already before we are out of time. For once, you say something that makes sense. Between risking myself and watching you die, there's no choice whatsoever. Rina? I'm so sorry, Mikhail. Seth? Mikhail rushed forward and grabbed Seth by the shoulder, catching him off guard enough to push him away and into Rina. He slammed his fist against the button while Rina dragged Seth towards the door. Wait! What are you doing? Mikhail, stop! I can't. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry for saying sorry again. No! Seth, in case we never see each other again, promise me you will remember this. I'm really in love. Did he snap the door shut before he could say it fully? That dumbass. No. Seth slammed his fist against the door as hard as he could, so hard that the skin began to break and the metal was dyed red. Please, Mika. He sank to his knees, his fist never leaving the door. Quickly, Nini, start pressing buttons. Which ones? All of them. Why? Why did you... He really cared for you, you know that? Earlier, he made me promise that if anything happened to him, I would help you escape. You can't die. Not here. Her last sentence was nothing more than a whisper. Warning, 10 seconds remain. Shit, why one? Which one is it? This one. As Nini's hand slammed down on the button, the speeding scenery outside the window began to slow. 7 seconds. The swaying began to falter. 5 seconds. The screeching quietened. 2 seconds. The train finally halted in place. Congratulations, you have escaped. We did it! We need to open the door, Mika. I'm sorry, you didn't deserve this. The door to the previous carriage opened. Oh no. But beyond it, instead of facing the inside of the steel beast, the sky was beginning to break over the horizon. I don't like this timeline, but I had unlocked all of them. I dislike it. That is not the end we will get. But it is the end for today. I streamed an hour longer than normally since my PC wouldn't work out. So I hope I made it up a bit. We will wait maybe to Squishy if he is online already. He is. So let's wait into him. Hehehe. Evil laughter, evil laughter. I know he's lurking around, but I hope he hasn't the sound on. So, thank you for being around. Thank you for chatting. Thank you for lurking. And we will see us the next time. Bye bye. Hogness. And now go.